Do you know what a photographer, an automotive e-commerce store, and a women's supplement company all have in common? They all drove hundreds of thousands of dollars for their business using Facebook ads. This photography client of ours was able to drive 5,813 leads at an average cost of $6.41 per lead. This automotive e-commerce client drove over 74 purchases, resulting in over $391,000. And this women's supplement company also drove more than $250,000 using Facebook ads. We've driven millions and millions of dollars for our clients using Facebook ads, and today we're sharing the 5 exact steps we use for our clients that you can take to make effective Facebook ads that drive sales. Step 1 is to write down every problem your product or service solves and/or every goal it helps people achieve. Everything you do from here on out should be related to something on this list. Too many times I've seen small businesses come to us for help, and one of their biggest problems is that they're making business-oriented ads instead of customer-oriented ads. Customers don't care that your dishwasher has the new Cleaner Turbo 3000. They care that it gets their dishes clean in one wash without them having to pre-scrub it in the sink first. Customers don't care how many awards you've won or what's on your company resume. They want to know that what you do helps them and solves their problems. So write down every problem or goal that you can think of that your audience has that your offerings are the solution for. Step 2 is to nail down your target audiences. I say audiences plural because within your target audience, there's always different niches. If you sell clothes for both men and women, you're going to have a male audience and a female audience. If you sell coolers, you might have one audience grouping of outdoorsy people who use it when they're camping. You might have another audience grouping of sports people, tailgaters, or soccer moms who use it at games, etc. You'd run different ads that address each audience grouping's unique pain points or goals. And this goes back to step 1, because if you were running an ad for everybody, you'd probably start listing out the cooler's features. Keeps items cold for this many hours, comes in different colors, is this size. But when you tailor your ads to each specific audience, you can reframe those benefits in a way that's important to them. Keep your kids' post-game snacks and drinks cold the entire game. Super compact and easy to carry on the longest hikes. See the difference? So for this step, you're making a second list of the different target audiences that benefit from using your product. Step 3 is to create a marketing funnel. And before you get overwhelmed, don't worry, I'm going to break down exactly how to do that. If you have never drawn out a marketing funnel for your business, think of it as 3 parts. You have the awareness stage, where people who have never heard of your brand or business before are entering your funnel. Then you have the engagement stage, where people are considering your brand, learning more about how you can help them. Then you have the conversion stage, where people buy the product or service and either continue to use it or make repeat purchases or refer business to you. You don't want to run the same ads to people in the awareness stage as you are to people in the conversion stage, or vice versa. And that's where having a marketing funnel helps. It gives you a plan on what ads you're running to who, and then you can allocate your budget accordingly. Now, I have an entire video on which ads to run for each stage of the marketing funnel, so I will link that below. But here's a quick sum up. Ads geared towards people in the awareness stage need to account for the fact that these people have never heard of your brand before, and they don't care about it until you make them care. So how do you make them care? Address what they care about. Your list in step 1. Give them free value around it. Then ads geared towards the engagement stage can provide gated value. Maybe in order to get the more in-depth value, they need to sign up for your email and text list, subscribe to your subscription-only Facebook content, etc. You want to start connecting the dots on how your product or service provides the solution they're looking for. And finally, ads in the conversion stage need to have a strong CTA asking for the sale. Tell them exactly what you want them to do. Now, again, if you want to know which of the Facebook ad campaigns to run for each phase and how, go watch my Facebook ad funnel video. It's free. It'll help you grow your business in less than 20 minutes. Step 4 is to make the ads for your different audience segments. So we talked about this a little bit in step 2, making cooler ads for your outdoorsy audience versus your sports audience. You know to pull from the list you made in step 1 so that the message is customer oriented and not business oriented. But when it comes to actually making the ad, I have 3 tips for you. Number 1, make it a short vertical video reels ad that can be displayed in between organic Facebook or Instagram reels. It's the number 1 media type right now, and it has been for a long time. I foresee it will continue to be, and has the highest potential to grab your audience's attention the quickest. Number 2, don't make the ad look like a polished TV commercial. The more informal and down to earth, generally the better it's received. And number 3, use UGC if you can. UGC stands for user-generated content, and it's what we provide for our clients every day. Point of UGC is to show your audience somebody like them that they can relate to, using and demonstrating your product or service, showing exactly how it helps people like them. These are the real steps we take to generate millions of dollars for our small business clients using Facebook ads. I'm telling you guys, it works. And then lastly, step 5 is to continuously A/B split test different ads. If you don't know, A/B testing is when you run multiple different ads to the same audience to determine which ad is going to generate the most money for the lowest cost. So yes, you've got your cooler ad for the outdoorsy people and your cooler ad for the sports people, but I'm saying make multiple ads for the outdoorsy people and multiple ads for the sports people. Make 2 to 5 ads for each audience grouping or however many your budget can sustain. And I would suggest that each ad tackle a different goal or pain point, because it might be that one pain point resonates more with a certain audience than another. And the only way that you'll find that out is by A/B split testing. Once you find the winning combination, and by winning, I mean most profitable, you can turn off the lower performing ads and reallocate that budget to the one driving you sales at the lowest cost per sale. Not only are you investing your Facebook advertising dollars well at this point, but you also have a better understanding of what your audience cares about as it relates to your product or service. So you can go and make more ads around that pain point or goal. This is where you really start to hone in on your audience and scale. Now, since you've made it this far, I'm going to share a bonus tip that helps make Facebook ads effective. In step 2, when you're nailing down your audiences, I would always, no matter what industry, recommend that you include a lookalike audience and a retargeting audience. We use a lookalike audience and retargeting in almost all of our client campaigns, and it's because together they drive the sales that you're looking for. A lookalike audience is an audience that Facebook creates of an existing audience you have, ideally your customers. Facebook then goes and finds new people who look like your customers. So this audience is a cold audience, meaning they've never heard of your brand before, but it's usually the most profitable cold audience out there that you can target. You can create a lookalike audience out of any list, like your email subscribers or what have you, but it's most effective if you have a customer list of 1,000 or more people for it to create a new audience out of, because you want the new audience to have the same attributes as your existing customers. And then a retargeting audience is an audience that has already heard of your brand in some capacity, like your Facebook engagement or website traffic, that you are showing ads to again in order to get them to convert. 97% of people who go to your website do not come back unless they are retargeted. In most cases, especially with small businesses, you can't show an ad to someone one time and then expect them to purchase. They need to see your ads several times and be retargeted to get back to your site. You will usually see the highest amount of sales at the lowest cost per sale from a retargeting audience.